Some loves leave without a noise, still they never really fade. They become a softer color in the way your heart is shaped. You are not the ache I carry, not the shadow of a flame. You are something calm and lasting that I never had to name. Time took all the sharper edges, left the mercy, left the grace, and what we were keeps moving through me in a slow and steady way. You still linger like a light after all the bright has fallen, like a low and faithful chorus I can hear without you calling. I don't need to turn around, I don't need to ask you why. Some loves go and still linger like a light. There are days I feel your kindness in the way I let things be, in the way I hold the silence when the silence speaks to me. We were never built for forever, still we gave the truest part, and the years have only softened what stays living in my heart. Not enough to pull me under, just enough to let me know love can change its form completely and still glow. If I never say your name again, I will still have known it well. In the way I love more gently now, in the way I wish you well. You were not a door that closed, you were not a dream denied. You were one clear kind of beauty that the soul keeps deep inside. You still linger like a light when the song turns low and tender, like the last warmth in the evening, like a truth I still remember. I don't need to hold you now, I just let the feeling rise. Some loves go and still linger like a light, still linger like a light, still linger like a light. I was running on a wire with nothing but my name. Never thought a stranger could ever rid me like a flame. I was hiding in the noise of every empty room. Then I saw you in the doorway, like a heartbeat coming through. And the world said this is impossible, the world said walk away, but the world has never felt this. Hands across the fire, hearts against the rain, two souls in the wreckage, calling out the same name. quietly a long winter ago. The version of me who could feel a thing and let the feeling show. I had built a careful gravestone and a calendar to keep, and I told the part of me who used to love to go back to sleep, to go back to sleep. Then you came in like a Tuesday, with no expectation, no design, and the boy I'd buried somewhere started knocking from inside. And the ghost in me came home, the ghost in me came home, through a door I'd locked for decades, to a heart I thought was stone. The ghost in me came home, and he didn't ask permission, he just sat down at the table like he'd never really gone, like he'd never really gone. I memorized the absence of the warm, the soft, the slow, made a religion of forgetting what I used to know. Then your laughter through the kitchen sounded like an old song, and the part of me that used to sing quietly came along, quietly came along. You didn't ask me to remember, you didn't ask me to return, you just made a kind of morning where the buried things could burn. And I'm scared of what I'm feeling, 'cause I forgot the names of these. But you're sitting in the kitchen and you have my face at ease. You have my face at ease. You have my face at ease. And the ghost in me came home on the longest, slowest breeze. people, quiet, loud, and love alone.
We've been the kindness and the silence.
We've been the soft bones in the home.
We've been the laughter at the table,
In the long walks where we don't speak.
we've been the tired Sunday morning,
In the mended week.
and every storm that ever found us just kept blowing through the door. But the door is still our door, and we are still us. We outlive the weather, we outlive the years, we outlive the seasons, made of doubt and made of fears. We outlive the weather, we outlive the rain, and every quiet morning is your hand inside my hand again. Your hand inside my hand again.
We've been the answer to a question the world was tired of asking us.
We've been the slow part of the evening, the trust that lived in trust,
We've been the promise made of mornings.
and the keeping of the night.
We've been the small unwritten chapters.
Of a long, quiet light, and every winter that we walked through just kept teaching us the spring, and the spring is still our spring, and we are still ours. We outlive the weather, we outlive the years, we outlive the seasons,
Made of doubt and made of fears.
we outlive the weather, we outlive the rain, and every quiet morning is your hand inside my hand again. Your hand inside my hand again.
Some loves are a fire.
Ours is a fireplace,
Some loves are a question.
ours is a steady face
We'll sit here in the kindness.
of a long, slow place.
A long,
Slow, holy place. We outlive the weather, we outlive the years, we outlive the seasons,
made of all our smaller fears.
we outlive the weather, we outlive the rain, and every quiet morning is your hand inside my hand again. Your hand inside my hand again. We outlive the weather,
We outlive the weather.
and we are still ours. I had been a tired traveler of a country with no door. I had carried half a map around the small machinery of trying to be brave, hidden under cleverness and what the brightness gave. Then your gentleness undid me in a way I couldn't fight, and the brightness I'd been wearing quietly walked out of the night, quietly walked out of the night. You didn't ask me to be lighter, you didn't ask me to be more. You just made a quiet country out of everything I tore. And maybe all the lost was just rehearsal for the find. Maybe all the cold was just teaching me to mind, teaching me to mind, teaching me to find a soft country where I get to stop the climb. You're a soft country where my running gets to rest. You're a soft country where the running was a test. You're a soft country, and I think I lived my life just to learn the way to find you through the long, slow knife, through the long, slow knife. Soft country, soft country, where the running gets to rest, where I lived my life to find you. I was sure that love would leave me with the weight I couldn't move, but your memory learned a softer way to settle in the truth. Now it finds me without warning, not to pull me out of place, just a calm that moves within me when I hear your name. We were never made for always, still we gave a faithful heart. There was kindness in the falling, there was grace inside the dark, and the years have made it gentler. What was bright is deep somehow. I can feel it in the way I breathe when life slows down. You became my quiet after all the fire. Not a door still open, not a lost desire, just a low and living mercy moving through my veins. You became my quiet, and you never went away. Not as sorrow, not as blame, just as something love became. If I never stand again inside that clear kind of tenderness time could never shame. You became my quiet, soft beyond the ache, like a song that keeps on breathing long after it fades. Not the past I live inside, just the good that stayed. You became my quiet in the deepest way. In the deepest way, you became my quiet. I don't feel you like sadness, I don't feel you like a wound. You come back the way you promised, leaves its color in the room. Not to ask for one more moment, not to turn the years around, just a little more forgiveness in the way my heart beats now. Love to the gentler side of going down.
Maybe, maybe I don't know the ending.
Maybe,
Maybe
I only know the now. Maybe the moon, maybe the night, maybe the half-truth of the light. Maybe the hand that found my hand was all the answer I could stand. Maybe the moon, maybe the song, maybe the reason it feels long. Maybe it's love, maybe it's close, maybe it's all I ever chose.
Maybe the years were only waiting for the door they hadn't learned to knock. Maybe the heart was only saying
What it meant the whole time of the clock. Maybe
maybe,
I don't need an ending. Maybe
maybe
I only need the now. Maybe the moon, maybe the night, maybe the half-truth of the light. Maybe the hand that found my hand was all the answer I could stand. Maybe the moon, maybe the song, maybe the reason it feels long. Maybe it's love, maybe it's close, maybe it's all I ever chose. We don't need the certain thing, we don't need the promise kept. Love is not a word I sing, love is how the silence left. Love is how the silence left. Maybe the moon, maybe the night, maybe the half-truth of the light. Maybe the hand that found my hand was all the answer I could stand. Maybe the moon, maybe the song, maybe the reason it feels long. Maybe it's love, maybe it's close, maybe it's all I ever chose. Maybe it's all I ever chose. You don't live in hurt anymore, you live in how I heal, in the way I let love stay soft, in the way I choose what's real. What we had did not grow bitter, it just changed its weight in me. Now it moves like something tender, something deep and easy. I don't miss you like I used to, I don't break when you appear. You come back as understanding as a line I still can hear. We were never built for always, still we gave a faithful truth. And the heart becomes more open after love moves through. Lighter than goodbye, softer than a memory. You became the kind of feeling that still carries me. I don't need to turn around, I don't need to ask you why. Some loves leave lighter than goodbye. If I never hold that version of my life again, I will still be grateful for it, for the softness it left in my hands. You were never just a moment, never just a passing light. You were part of how I learned that love can fade and still stay bright. So when your name comes through me now, I let it rise and go. Not as longing, not as longing lost, just as something warm I know. There is peace in what we were, there is grace in what survived. Not every love is meant to stay alive. Lighter than goodbye, truer than the old days. You became the quiet sweetness that the years could never take. I don't need another ending, I just let the feeling lie soft and deep. Lighter than goodbye, soft and deep. Lighter than goodbye.
You didn't save me in a moment, you didn't save me in a year. You just kept on slowly arriving, like a kindness, like a clear. You kept on slowly arriving, with no announcement, with no plan. In the dark I've been getting used to, started letting in the man, started letting in the man. You didn't bring the great big lantern, you didn't bring a sudden sun. You just kept the smallest candle for a long, 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 long run. Slow light through a long door, that's the way you came in. Slow light through a long door, through the small space you began. Slow light through a long door, and I didn't even know that a lifetime of the dark could let a slow, slow morning go. Could let a slow, slow morning go. You didn't ask me to forgive it, the years I spent inside. You just sat across the heaviness, and the heaviness implied that maybe something gentler was finally arriving here. Maybe something kind enough to not require fear, to not require fear. You didn't bring a great big rescue. You didn't bring a sudden cure. You just stayed inside the slowness for a long, 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 slow tour. A slow light through a long door, that's the way you came in. Slow light through a long door, through the small space you began. Slow light through a long door, and I didn't even know that a lifetime of the dark. And maybe rescue isn't what they said it was. Maybe rescue isn't loud. Maybe rescue is a quiet, steady person who just doesn't leave the room. Just doesn't leave the room. Just doesn't leave the room. Slow light through a long door, coming through the long, slow gloom. Slow light through a long door, that's the way you came in. Slow light through a long door, through the small space you began. Slow light through a long door, and I didn't even know that a lifetime of the dark could let a slow, slow morning go. Could let a slow, slow morning go. Slow light through a long door. Slow light through a long door. Could let a slow, slow morning go. Three time zones in a tight phone, hotel curtain half drawn blue. Coffee getting colder than the city, and the only warm thing here is you. The only warm thing here is you. Tuesdays running out of evening, Wednesdays running out of words, but I'd cross another 1,000 miles just to be the small thing that you heard, the small thing that you heard. Oh, the world keeps spinning sideways, pulling time between our hands, but every airport, every highway brings me back to where you stand. I've got a long distance heart, a short fuse soul in someone else's town, counting every hour till the runway
Take the song you came here for. And if you're really gonna walk away, there's nothing more that I would ask you. Just one more thing I need to say. Take the sky with you. Take the city, take the noise. Take the empty bed I'm sleeping in. Take the sound of your voice. Take the years like they were yours. Take the door, take the keys. Take the sky with you. Just don't take what's left of me. Just don't take what's left of me. I won't beg you for a reason. I won't water dying trees. But I held you like a season, and my hands forgot to leave. And if you're really gonna walk away, you can have the morning with you. Just leave one window for the day. Take the sky with you. Take the city, take the noise. Take the empty bed I'm sleeping in. Take the sound of your voice. Take the years like they were yours. Take the door, take the keys. Take the sky with you. You'll be fine without my heartbeat. I'll be fine without your name. I'll be fine without the way you said I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be Take the sky with you. Take the city, take the ride. Take the empty side of all my mornings. Take the sound of your name. Take the years like they were yours. Take the door, take the keys. Take the sky with you. Yeah, just don't take what's left. Just don't take what's left. Just don't take what's left of me. What's left of me? Oh, what's left of me?
There's a song I never wrote that keeps on playing anyway, about the way you tilt your head and the things I never say. I memorize the small things, code across your arm, half a smile in passing. Oh, I keep myself so calm, and I know I'm just a stranger standing somewhere in your week, but you took the words right from me. Now I can't even speak. I'm a ghost on the radio, singing every song to you, hoping somewhere on a Tuesday one of them gets through. I'm a ghost on the radio, just a frequency you fade, a heart you'll never tune to, a love you never made, a love you never made. There's a Wednesday in November, I think about too much, the way you laughed about a movie, and I almost felt your touch. I wrote it down on napkins, lost them in my coat. Every time I tried to call you, the words got in my throat. And I know I'm just a footnote in a story that's not mine, but the silence that you leave me sounds a lot like dying. I'm a ghost on the radio, singing every song to you, hoping somewhere on a Tuesday one of them gets through. I'm a ghost on the radio, just a frequency you fade, a heart you'll never tune to, a love you never made. Maybe in another life I'd be braver than I am. Maybe in another song you'd remember who I am. Maybe in another song. Maybe in another song. I'm a ghost on the radio, singing every song to you, hoping somewhere in the static one of them comes true. I'm a ghost on the radio, just a frequency you fade, a heart you'll never tune to, a love you never made, a love you never made. Oh, a love you'll never made. Said I never make it past the sign, said I don't.
jacket on the chair. Said I'd cry until the morning, 'cause you weren't gonna be there. Well, I learned the sound of breathing without your name in it, and the morning still keeps coming, and baby, I'm still in it. And baby, I'm still in it. You thought you took the music with you, thought you left me in the cold, but honey, I was always thunder. You just never let it roll. You just never let it roll. I'm bigger than the boy who broke me, louder than the words you said, stronger than the storm you woke in me, brighter than the names you left. I'm bigger than the boy who broke me, sharper than the day you left. I'm a fire, learning how to burn again. Don't call me at midnight, don't write me from a bar. Don't tell me that you miss me, 'cause I know exactly who you are. I know exactly who you are. I know exactly, I know exactly, I know exactly who you I'm bigger than the boy who broke me, louder than the lies you fed, stronger than the storm you woke in me, brighter than the names you left. I'm bigger than the boy who broke me, sharper than the day you left. I'm a fire, learning how to burn again. I'm a fire that you'll never put out. A fire you'll never put out. Fire, fire, a fire, fire that you'll never put out. Burn, burn, burn it down. Burn, burn, burn it down. I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here.
You don't return like sorrow, you return like a sigh, like something soft and certain, passing gently through my mind. I never call it heartache, it isn't that anymore. It's just the kind of feeling that time could not ignore. What the silence keeps still moves inside me, not enough to break, just enough to find me. Love can lose its shape, still leave something deep. There is part of you in what the silence keeps. We were never made for always, still we gave a faithful truth. There was grace in how you loved me, there was calm in how you moved. Now the us in what the silence keeps. There's a country only we can find, built of nothing we could gather, held together by a tender kind. It's where the echo meets the question, and decides the question doesn't need an answer or a small confession. Someone listening to breathe. And I don't wanna wake from this. I don't wanna know it as a dream. This is the velvet hour, the soft between the lines, the place we borrow power from a slower kind of time. This is the velvet hour, where the tender thing survives. Even the dark goes quieter when you look into my eyes. The world outside keeps asking questions, the kind that never had a song. But here we answer in suggestions, and somehow none of them are wrong. And I don't wanna wake from this. I don't wanna know it as a dream. This is the velvet hour, between the lines, the place we borrow power from a slower kind of time. This is the velvet hour, where the tender thing survives. Even the dark goes quieter when you look into my eyes. Let the clock forget us here. Let the minute lose its meaning. Every tender thing is near when the two of us are dreaming. When the two of us are dreaming. This is the velvet hour, the soft between the lines, the place we borrow power from a slower kind of time. This is the velvet hour, where the tender thing survives. Even the dark goes quieter when you look into my eyes. When you look into my eyes. somehow never colder. If this is fading, let it fade. If this is forever, slow it down. Slow forever, slow forever. Keep the minute in your hand. Slow forever, slow forever. Hold the heart of what we had. And if the night forgets our name, let the morning pick it up. Slow forever, slow forever. Love is only love enough. I don't remember turning down the light. The stars were doing something, a kind of quiet only two can share, without exactly speaking. If this is fading, let it fade. If this is forever, slow it down. Slow forever, slow forever. Keep the minute in your hand. Slow forever, slow forever. Hold the heart of what we had. And if the night forgets our name, let the morning pick it up. Slow forever, slow forever. Love is only love enough. We are not the hours we are given. We are not the endings we rehearse. We are the quiet thing inside the living. We are the verse before the verse. Slow forever, slow forever. Keep the minute in your hand. Slow forever, slow forever. Hold the heart of what we had. And if the night forgets our name, let the morning pick it up. Slow forever, slow forever. Love is only love enough. Slow forever. You don't come back like heartache. You come back light and slow, like something soft my soul remembers before my mind can know. No, I don't reach to hold it. I let the feeling move. Some loves don't ask for one more ending. They just return as truth. And in that quiet afterglow, I feel what time could never take. Somewhere in the fade, you still shine. Not enough to break me, just enough to stay. dream that lost its colors but kept the sweetest shade. There's still a part of you somewhere in the fade. We were never made for keeping what was only meant to bloom. Still your tenderness is living in the mercy I give room. I don't call it missing, I don't call it goodbye. I just know the heart grows different when a true love passes by. Somewhere in the fade, you still shine. Not enough to pull me under, just enough to soften time. Like a song that leaves its meaning long after it is played. There is still a part of us somewhere in the fade. If I never hear your name again, I will still have known it well. In the way I hold the silence now, in the way I wish you well. You were not a wound behind me, you were not a love I lost. You were one clear kind of feeling time could dim but never cross. Somewhere in the fade, you still shine. Like the last warmth after evening, soft against the inner light. Not enough to call me backward, just enough to make me stay with the beautiful thing we were. Somewhere in the fade, you still shine. Somewhere in the fade. You showed up at my door with cheap wine and a movie. The way you've been showing up for 7 years, and the way you laughed across the kitchen counter almost made me say a thing I always fear. Almost made me say a thing I always fear. You talked about the someone you've been seeing. Asked me if you should give it one more try. And I gave you all the answers a good friend gives, while I died a quiet death I couldn't deny. A quiet death I couldn't deny. 'Cause you know me better than the morning, you know me better than my name. And the only thing I've never told you is the only thing I'd never change. I almost said it Tuesday, almost said it standing at your door. I almost said the sentence I've been almost staying for
being a friend. You wear my hoodie when the apartment gets cold. You read aloud the parts of books I love, and you've memorized the way I take my coffee. And you don't know what I'm thinking of. You don't know what I'm thinking of. 'Cause you know me better than my evenings. You know me better than the rain. And the only thing I've never offered is the only thing I'd give in a heartbeat's name. And maybe one Tuesday I'll be braver. Maybe one Tuesday I'll just say, maybe one Tuesday the sentence I keep almost saying will finally find a way. We'll finally find a way. Or maybe one Tuesday I'll lose you to a Tuesday, and I'll never even get to say I almost said it Tuesday. I almost said it Tuesday. I almost said it standing at your door. I almost said the sentence I've been almost saying years before. I almost said it Tuesday. Almost said it. Almost said it. Almost said it. And I let you go home thinking I was only being a friend. I was only being a friend. Almost said it Tuesday. Almost said it Tuesday. I was only being a friend.
I wrote you letters I could never send, folded them soft, never had the end. I played the record on the other side, the one you'd skip for the B-sides light.
You always loved a song that took its time, the kind that rhymes, the kind that doesn't rhyme. I kept the copy with your fingerprint, played it till I couldn't hear the hint.
I was learning how to miss you, slow as a sunrise, soft as an excuse.
And there's a static on the sunset,
A frequency that only I can find.
you're the station that won't reset.
Singing somewhere in the back of my mind.
Static on the sunset, a signal only love could send.
And every time the dial drifts left,
I'm hearing you again.
I saw you cross the mirror of a car,
A version of you caught inside the glare. I didn't wave, I didn't turn the sound. I let the moment quietly come around.
I was learning how to keep you
Small as a heartbeat, soft as a decision. And there's a static on the sunset,
a frequency that only I frequency that only I can find.
You're the station that won't reset,
Singing somewhere in the back of my mind.
static on a sunset, a signal only love could send.
And every time the dial drifts left,
I'm hearing you again. I'm hearing you again. I thought time would make you smaller, just a shadow passing through. But the years were kinder to us, they kept the best of you. Now your memory moves so lightly through the deeper part of me. Not to wake the old heart open, just to show me what could be. Some loves lose their brightness, then find a softer truth. And what stays after leaving still carries something through. You are not the ache of yesterday, you are not the dream I chase. You are in the way I listen, in the calm I learned to make. There was never one last answer, there was never one last flame. Just a feeling growing quieter without losing what it meant. What stayed was tender after all the fire, after all the wanting, learned a lower light. I don't need forever, I don't need the past. Some loves turn to mercy, and mercy lasts. I can feel you in the gentler ways I meet the world these days, and the softness I once feared, and the grace that chose to stay. We were never meant to hold on like a vow that time could save. But there was something true between us that did not fade away. What stayed was tender, soft beyond desire, like a song still breathing after it falls quiet. I don't need to find you, I just let it last. Some loves turn to mercy, and mercy lasts.
just the weight of a whisper we don't carry anymore. Sifting through the friction of a ghost in the design, caught between the frequencies of a long forgotten line. We are the echoes in the grain, the beautiful healing of a soft and silver rain, lost in the resonance of a velvet dream, flowing like a shadow on a digital stream. Surrender of the night, dissolving into texture of a sky so blue and deep, where the memories are waking while the weary world is asleep. A masterpiece of absence in a world without a name, filtering the embers of a cold and silver flame, floating in the pulse, finding the center of the silence. We are the echoes in the grain, the beautiful healing of a soft and silver rain, lost in the resonance of a velvet dream, flowing like a shadow on a digital stream. Echoes in the grain, fading into the blue. Just let go. The waiter brought 2 coffees, then smiled and took one back. A small mistake, but suddenly a year stepped through the glass. The window held the winter sun across the empty chair, and I could almost hear the way we used to leave it there. We ended kind before the words got sharper, before the hurt could turn us into strangers in the dark. We ended kind, like the last song at a party, 2 hearts letting go slowly, with more grace than goodbye. We ended kind before the light turned colder, before the ache could teach us how to carry blame like stone. We ended kind, and that still means something to me. A love can leave you gently and still stay warm in time. So every now and then I bless the years that made you mine, and let us end in kind. We ended kind. We ended kind. A shiver in the airwaves, a ghost within the lines, tracing every shadow that the daylight leaves behind. No echoes in the hallway, no footprints on the floor, just the weight of secrets we don't carry anymore. Sifting through the white noise, looking for a spark, caught between the frequencies, glowworms in the dark. We are the silence between the stations, a fading pulse in a digital dream, lost in the waves of a slow vibration, drowning in colors we've never seen. It's a beautiful kind of breaking, a melody made of glass. Hold the breath that we're taking before the signals pass, dissolving into velvet, the texture of the night. Everything is hazy in the flickering of light, forbidden to the memory